Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Yo soy Lorenzo Sanz.
Y yo, Sofía Denis. Y esto es
Tab Music TV. Gracias por seguirnos en esta nueva edición. En el programa de hoy os traeremos muchas cosas interesantes. Noticias, reseñas de conciertos, novedades discográficas, entrevistas. Un programa muy completo, ¿verdad, Sofía?
Así es. Si te gusta el rock y te quedas con nosotros en los próximos minutos, prometemos hacerte pasar un buen rato. O al menos intentarlo.
Quédate. No te vayas, que ya empieza Tab Music TV.
En el programa de hoy tenemos una sorpresa muy especial para todos vosotros. El sello internacional ER Music nos ha enviado algunas camisetas de Alice Cooper con motivo de la publicación de su nuevo trabajo de estudio, Detroit Stories. Una camiseta que como fan de Alice deberías tener.
Pues sí, deberías de tenerla, y para entrar en el sorteo solo tienes que suscribirte a nuestro canal y dejarnos un comentario ingenioso en YouTube. De entre todos los comentarios elegiremos el que más pulgares arriba tenga desde hoy hasta el día 1 de septiembre del 2021 y ¡boom! Si eres el ganador, te mandaremos tu camiseta, te encuentres en el lugar del mundo que te encuentres.
Pero eso no es todo. Los sellos discográficos de ER Music, Mascot Label Group y Snapper, nos han mandado este suculento e increíble lote de discos donde tienen las novedades de Baby Metal, Gary Moore, Steve Lukather, The Wolf y millones entre ellos. Solo tienes que mandarnos un email a bidenproducciones@gmail.com y decirnos qué secciones te gustaría que incorporásemos en el próximo programa. Así de fácil. Participa y gana.
bidenproducciones@gmail.com.
Levara, la nueva banda de Trevor Lukather, hijo de Steve Lukather, guitarrista de Toto, publican estos días el nuevo vídeo de la canción Ordinary. Según Jules, cantante de la banda, no hay nada ordinario en esta pista. Da un giro que se siente diferente al resto del álbum, pero en el buen sentido. Parece que podemos expresarnos con más libertad y nos volvimos muy creativos, ya que esta fue la última canción que escribimos y producimos. En cierto modo, es la combinación de todo el trabajo que hemos realizado durante las sesiones del álbum.
Blackmore's Night. Sorprendentes declaraciones a un medio español de Candice Night respecto al guitarrista y esposo Ritchie Blackmore. Según sus propias palabras, conocí a Ritchie cuando tocaba con Deep Purple y te puedo asegurar que en aquella época no era feliz. Nosotros decidimos formar nuestra familia y siempre he estado a su lado tomando decisiones importantes.
Black Stone Cherry han presentado un nuevo vídeo para The Chain, otra canción extraída de su último álbum de estudio, The Human Condition. El guitarrista Ben Wells comenta: The Chain es una de esas canciones que no solo te da una bofetada en la cara, sino que también tiene ritmos endiablados y tiene un puente totalmente inspirado en el metal. Algo muy divertido de grabar.
El sello alemán ER Music ha anunciado recientemente la incorporación a su catálogo de artistas a la banda icónica de hard rock estadounidense Skid Row. La banda acaba de comenzar a trabajar en su nuevo álbum de estudio con el productor Nick Raskulinecz, que viene avalado por un historial sorprendente gracias a sus últimos trabajos con bandas como Foo Fighters, Halston, Evanescence, Velvet Revolver o Alice in Chains. La banda envía el siguiente comentario directamente a través de sus redes sociales y desde el estudio. Estamos muy emocionados por haber firmado por ER Music. No solo tenemos un equipo increíble con el que trabajar, sino que somos compañeros de sello de artistas tan icónicos como Deep Purple o Alice Cooper. Decir que estamos motivadísimos es quedarse corto.
Las bandas Catatonious o Stafir saldrán de gira en enero y en febrero de 2022 en el tour Twilight Brothers, un espectáculo conjunto de 31 fechas por el Reino Unido y Europa. La unión de estos dos venerados maestros de la melancolía parece natural. Durante más de un cuarto de siglo, ambos proyectos han favorecido la conexión emocional que su música aporta, sobre todo a los demás. Esta mensajería hará que Katatonia pueda llevarse su álbum de estudio más reciente, City Burials, ya que anteriormente sus planes tuvieron que ser suspendidos o aplazados.
El sello británico K-Scope acaba de anunciar que la banda Trifecta entra a formar parte de su nómina de artistas. Trifecta cuenta con varios de los músicos más elogiados y venerados de la escena musical contemporánea. El bajista y compositor Nick Becks, el extraordinario teclista Alan Othman y completando la formación Craig Blundell, uno de los baterías más famosos del mundo. Habiendo actuado juntos como parte de la banda de directo de Steven Wilson, los tres empezaron a crear música después de las pruebas de sonido, formando lo que denominaron el Club de Jazz. K-Scope lanzará el álbum debut de esta banda en el verano del presente 2021.
The Cost of Dreaming es el nuevo trabajo discográfico de White Moth Black Butterfly, publicado a través del sello británico K-Scope. El brillante regreso de este proyecto señala una evolución sónica en la producción de la banda, al tiempo que conserva su identidad única. Con un equipo de compositores y productores de todo el mundo a la altura de sus propias escenas y con Daniel Tompkins de la banda de metal progresivo Tesseract a la cabeza, el encanto de esta banda es, sin duda, la abundancia de contrastes. Eso sí, tendrás que tener la mente muy abierta para poder disfrutarlos, ya que no se parece a nada a lo que Daniel nos tenía acostumbrados.
Después de más de 35 años de existencia, Candlemass todavía mantienen su estatus como verdaderos iconos del heavy metal, siguiendo los pasos, como no podría ser de otra forma, de su gran influencia, Black Sabbath. La banda es famosa por las obras maestras que definen el género, como Epicus, Dominicus Metallicus de 1986 o Nightfall de 1987. Después de un año en el que la mayor parte de la actividad en vivo se ha visto paralizada, Green Valley Live presentan la sesión en confinamiento de esta banda que a la postre se convirtió en su único show del pasado 2020. Y por otra parte también el primer evento transmitido en vivo. Este concierto contiene numerosos himnos clásicos de doom metal como Wall of Souls, Mirror Mirror, Bewitched y algunas más de los legendarios primeros 4 álbumes de la banda, así como el titánico Astorolus de su último trabajo de estudio.
El cuarteto de Tennessee, Naked Gypsy Queens, apuestan por ser los nuevos pesos pesados del renacimiento moderno del rock and roll. Habiendo firmado recientemente con Mascot Records, el próximo EP de la banda está programado para ser lanzado a finales de 2021. Con un sonido que llega a través de generaciones, Naked Gypsy Queens cierra la brecha entre el pasado y el futuro del género, creando rock and roll atemporal para el mundo moderno. Liderados no solo por la conmovedora voz de su cantante, sino también por el golpe sónico de una poderosa sección rítmica, Naked Gypsy Queens han llegado para reinar.
Asumiendo que el streaming ha llegado para quedarse y coexistir con el mundo físico, uno comienza a darse cuenta de que los conciertos en este formato son uno de los nuevos modelos impuestos por el tiempo actual, cuya función hay que abrazar y entender con la importancia histórica que se les ha encomendado representar. Superado el debate de si pueden igualar o no a la experiencia de ir a una sala de conciertos y disfrutar de tu grupo favorito con una cerveza en la mano y la compañía de tus amigos, es cierto que el streaming abre un espectro de posibilidades que, si bien son diferentes, no tienen por qué ser necesariamente malos. Este concierto es el mejor ejemplo de ello, ya que activa un sistema de credibilidad ante los beneficios de la tecnología y al buen gusto aplicados a algo tan esencial como es la música. Todo esto a la vez que barre por la puerta de atrás todos los prejuicios y animadversiones que han existido durante las últimas décadas y que ponían en tela de juicio la efectividad de este sistema de ocio. Y digo esto porque cuando alguien te invita a un concierto en streaming, es bueno dejarse llevar y darle una oportunidad. Si los primeros conciertos en este formato se definían más por las ganas de seguir manteniendo viva la llama del directo que por la correcta aplicación de los recursos y la perspectiva, todo esto ha cambiado mucho en los últimos meses, siendo seguramente una de las pocas cosas positivas que la industria ha sacado en claro con todo esto de la pandemia. Lo que está claro es que la música necesitaba seguir generando ingresos de la manera que mejor sabe hacer, y esta no es otra que a través de los conciertos. Y metiéndonos de lleno en el evento que reseñamos el día de hoy, Versions of the Truth es la composición con la que arranca un show en el que todos los detalles han sido minuciosamente cuidados, tanto en la forma como en la ejecución, y donde nada queda a la suerte de la improvisación. Una cámara circular gira alrededor de Bruce Sword, mientras que una grúa combina hermosos planos cenitales y movimientos de dolly que tienen como objetivo abarcar el majestuoso kit de batería del mítico Gavin Harrison. Planos fijos y algunos recursos muestran la concentración y pasión con la que John Sykes toca el bajo y apoya a Sword con sus dobles voces, y la serenidad controlada de Steve Kitch tras su kit de teclados. La iluminación es uno de los puntos fuertes de esta representación, combinando focos de luz cálida con otras más frías que dan una apariencia enfocada a la ambientación por sus formas y localizaciones o ubicaciones dentro de cada plano, pero siempre desde un ámbito minimalista en el que no faltan todo tipo de recursos y perspectivas que ayudan a generar un look prácticamente cinematográfico, inundado de teatralidad, que a la postre es lo que se convierte en uno de los principales ganchos visuales de este espectáculo. En lo musical te vas a encontrar una banda inspiradísima y muy bien compenetrada, siempre adornada por la calidad y elegancia de las canciones, que en este caso se perciben tan grandilocuentes que es fácil llegar a tener la impresión de que te encuentras frente a una de esas formaciones clarividentes que podrían convertirse en un futuro clásico. El repertorio se confecciona con lo más señalado de la discografía de la banda, brillando especialmente composiciones como Demons, In Exile o Threatening War, donde la aterciopelada voz de Bruce nos va guiando a través de historias ficticias e inquietudes íntimas que proyectan una potente carga de dramatismo y sensibilidad que te ponen los pelos de punta. Yo le di la oportunidad a la experiencia de ver un show en streaming, ¿quién me lo iba a decir? Y lo disfruté. Estamos ante la clara evidencia de que los antiguos paradigmas ya no aplican en el tiempo actual y que los nuevos vienen para quedarse y para complementarse con los que todavía a día de hoy echamos de menos.
You are an animal. That's intense. Roar! So, dude, you got this new album out. Well, coming out soon on June 4th, Werewolves of Portland. I've listened to it. I am blown away by the intro track, Hello North Dakota, with the Brian May-esque super harmony of doom. It's your 16th solo record, which is badass. You recorded at Opal Studio in Portland. My favorite tune is the closer. Like when you would not be able to handle what I handle every day. It's got that Van Halen kind of vibe to it, man, right? Like, I love it. The process that you went through, this is totally different than watching you in a spacesuit with two other dudes ripping it up live off the floor, right? And that's what we were all used to watching. So how did you do this?
The engineer and I would spend about 2 hours getting the click track right, jam one guitar over it just so I sort of knew where everything is, and then then I go and get on the drum kit and lay the drums down, and after that probably come back to like the real guitar, maybe
Yeah.
and the last part would be the bass. I would do the bass at the end.
So how many guitars did you track? Is it like the Van Halen 1 kind of thing where you're doing one big guitar, or?
There was no rehearsal. I would just sort of go in with like the melody in my head and then sort of work it out as I went. And that one, I think there actually is rhythm on there, because I played like the Who part, like. That's got rhythm. So I guess the only one that maybe is just one guitar track would be the one you like.
I like all of them, right? But that one's my favorite for sure. So I gotta know. Talk a little bit about gear, right? Just before we get into it, right? I thank you so much for recommending this.
Oh, right.
This is the lifesaver for sure. Did you put that on the record?
Yeah, the three main. I mean, basically, I brought in like every pedal in the world, and so I could just mess around. And in general, like the three distortion pedals that I tend to use, sometimes together, sometimes by themselves, is the Mojo Mojo, the PG-14 JHS.
Yeah, that's a new one. That's freaking rad, too.
And then sometimes I'd use like a JHS Bonsai for a little extra boost if I wanted
Sick.
more. And most of it I did through like little amps, a little 1-watt JTM Marshall, that is 8-inch speaker. But I wanted it to be in the same room with me. Because that's the whole secret. Like if it's so if you have a little amp, as long as it's close to you, and the sound can vibrate your strings a little bit, you get it doesn't even have to be like shrieking feedback, but just enough to sort of give you a little extra sustain. And when you hit the string, you feel like you did something.
It's magic, man. Right, all of that stuff you do. My favorite pedal in the world is the AF2 airplane flanger.
Oh wow!
And I think I heard that on the professorship at the Leningrad Conservatory, or am I wrong? Was that a whammy bar, or was that like really that pedal?
That was either whammy, or it might have been the slide.
Yeah, because something happened there. It's that during that one little break, and you get that big moment of something right there.
Yeah.
Like that is an excellent pedal.
My foot switch is broken, that pedal, and I gave it to the JHS guys to fix it, and I haven't gotten it back yet. So I'm waiting.
He's not going to let you have it. He's stepping on it all day.
Well, I got this magnet thing.
Can you show off that thing you do where you do the slide with the pick scrape, and then you switch into it?
Yeah. Well, of course, it does take just a millisecond to get the slide back, and so while you're doing that, you've got to fill up the space with something.
Yeah.
So if I'm going like...
When did the slide start coming in to your stuff? 'Cause I watch all your rig rundowns. Like that's what my thing, right? So
my best slide lesson was when I couldn't find my slide that I usually use, and I can't remember what I was trying to do, but I was trying to play something, and it was in a drawer somewhere. I couldn't find it, and I found this. The only slide I could find was this really big one that was too big, so I had to use my biggest finger.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I was playing way better. Like, oh man, I should be using my second finger all the time. I haven't learned any guitar. I mean, maybe I know a little bit of a little bit of One Way Out.
Yeah, dude.
But,
Can you please explain to us the inner melodic generator? Because I found that absolutely fascinating.
You just search inside your brain and see what that feels like. Like, where is that? Because you'll feel it like, oh, like, is it here? Is it here? To me, it's like kind of in the middle. I don't know, but you locate that. You go, where am I hearing that when there's zero sound? And then next, after you find it, you go, okay, well, it's got to ask it questions. Like, what do you have for me today? What are you humming? What's in there? Sometimes there's nothing. That's all right. You have to wait or stir it up. And I try to really play what I'm hearing, and I know if I'm telling the truth. I know if my fingers are just like, that's not what I heard. That's like finger memory. But
okay.
what do I actually hear? And then sometimes I have to stop. Like with that much information, chances are, like I need to rest a little bit, let some more mental energy build up. Like you can only get so much out before you get exhausted pretty quick.
Okay.
When you can connect with your inner melodic generator, and you're really playing what's in there, like at the same time.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing in the world, and that's what made me start to understand and actually enjoy listening to jazz.
You can tell someone's playing with their inner melodic generator.
You can look for it if you know it. If you know to look for it.
In your playing, right, is actually awesome. I consider this album too to be awesome. There's still moments of the string skipping, crazy. I don't know how your hands are that big. Crazy stretch that you're doing with that.
You're just that like Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yeah, that's good.
And then after that, you hammer on, and then add one more note on the same fret. So, and I just do that on every set of strings. And it's so easy to play. But then this morning, I thought, what if I stretch that out? Like,
oh, dude.
The notes are all gibberish, but it sounds kind of awesome. I gotta work.
It's crazy.
That's fresh out of the oven. I haven't really worked on it yet. But
well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Like that's phenomenal. Like that blows me away every time, man.
All those things are what create drama and interest.
So, pairing this album, you're releasing it. Are you still releasing it with Vernon solos too?
The release of the album, like in a way, is kind of a fumble, because my original plan was all before COVID. You know, I was gonna do this pre-order thing and then get it. I was supposed to record it like a year ago and get it out much sooner. And then because of COVID, I had to delay everything. But I'd already announced it. I'd already put it on for pre-order. And so because of that, I just, my first goal was like, well, get the record to the people that have paid money for it.
Yeah, we need our Paul. We need it.
They paid their money. I want to get them their product. Now I'm doing stuff like the videos. I drew the video for Argument About Pie.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude.
that was a lot of work, but really it was worth it, because it really, I was able to express what I meant with that song. Without
seeing the video at first, it's a strange title. Have an argument about pie, right? Like, what is he talking about? He's talking about the numbers. He's talking about eating pie. Like, what's he doing? And then you watch it, and it makes total sense. It was awesome.
If you had any kind of news, it was all angry, and everybody, in Portland in particular, already people had signs up all over the place, and I'm just going, man, what? Everybody's just angry about something, And I thought the only place that seemed peaceful was the pie shop, and everybody genuinely seemed happy and calmed down and all right with themselves.
There's a lot of dividing going on right now, and I really appreciate how you're trying to bring people together with music instead, and focusing on good things. That's really nice.
I've been stuck in Portland. It's pretty unpleasant.
Did that affect this recent album at all?
Well, the song "Hello North Dakota," they got vandalized and windows broken in, cars robbed, and my repair shop got vandalized, and you start to worry, like, man, I've got a bunch of guitars in my studio here, As long as they don't steal my guitar collection, as long as they don't steal my guitar away, let's take a memory, a different direction. Or is that sharp minor? I don't care what I am. Goodbye, Portland. Hello, North Dakota. So that was.
I had no idea. That's rad.
That was me being angry at Portland. Just.
So you're talking a lot about the 60s and stuff. Is that your favorite era of music, favorite decade of music?
With the 70s is both like the hard rock that I was into, the early heavy metal, but also all the yacht rock that was on the radio.
What's yacht rock?
Yacht rock, yacht rock is like songs about sailing.
Okay. Werewolves Portland, I listened to the whole thing. It was rad. I appreciated it. I've watched all your stuff from Racer X and Mr. Big. Excellent shit, man.
Was
You're a beast. Okay, brother. So can I ask you one question? Just to end this thing on. Thank you so much again for everything you've done for rock and roll. I've really appreciated it. Myself included, you've been a great help just by talking and doing all these different interviews. I must ask you this great question. I've crossed many dry deserts, many oceans, climbed the highest mountains to speak to you, wise master. If you were 28 years old again, and you hadn't made it in the industry, and it's 2021 right now, right? And COVID's going to end, where would you go? What country, what city?
Wherever your drummer lives.
That's an excellent answer.
Wherever Vinny Appice is, find him, and if he's in LA, go there.
I'm looking forward to that project. I'll keep following you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for everything you've done for rock and roll. We really appreciate it.
Right on. Thank you so much.
You are the best.
All right, later on.
Rock on, dude.
En esta nueva edición de Rock al Descubierto os presentamos a una increíble y talentosa banda que está revolucionando el mundo del rock. Ellas son Baby Metal. Baby Metal, originalmente compuesto por 3 cantantes, fue formado por Amuse en 2010 como uno de los subgrupos de la banda femenina japonesa Sakura ga Queen. Desde entonces han recorrido un largo camino con su música de heavy metal, J-pop y kawaii metal, donde presentan poderosas canciones con perfectas coreografías y un encanto único. Sus canciones alcanzan los 140 millones de reproducciones en YouTube, siendo Give Me Chocolate, Papaya, Headbanger y Karate las más escuchadas. Cuentan con 3 álbumes desde 2014 y otros 4 álbumes en directo desde 2015. Metal Galaxy, su más reciente álbum, logró el 3er puesto en la lista semanal de Oricon en su primera semana de lanzamiento con más de 73.000 unidades vendidas. En Estados Unidos debutó en el número 13º en los 200 de Billboard, convirtiéndose en una de las bandas de habla japonesa más altas de la lista en toda la historia. Han hecho 5 giras mundiales desde 2014 y anunciaron una 6ª por Europa, pero sin embargo, debido a la COVID, tuvieron que cancelar todos sus conciertos y retrasar la gira. En 2021 anunciaron la transmisión de su concierto en vivo de forma mundial a través de la plataforma de televisión japonesa WOWOW, donde esta transmisión estaría dividida en 3 conciertos que se emitirían durante los meses de mayo, junio y julio. Baby Metal es una banda que, sin duda, eleva el listón cada vez más alto en cada una de sus canciones y espectáculos. Dentro de su álbum Metal Galaxy se atreven a experimentar con diversos conceptos y a colaborar con grandes artistas como el vocalista de Sabaton, Joachim Brodin, los guitarristas de Polyphia, Tim Henson y Scott Lee Page, la vocalista de Arch Enemy, Alisa White-Gluz y muchos más. Canciones como Distortion, Shanti 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 o Papaya son claros ejemplos de su intención de reflejar diferentes influencias musicales acompañadas de intensos ritmos al más puro heavy metal. Sin duda, destacan por su tono único de metal moderno y su gran valor en la producción de sus canciones. Saben encajar y trabajar de forma excelente en nuevas propuestas que atraerán, sin duda, a nuevos fans.
Para definir a Tales of Gloom hay que imaginarse un cuento de fantasía entre lo naif de lo infantil y el gótico de Tim Burton. Para ubicarnos, ayuda su carismático quinto miembro de la banda, Gloomy, que además de protagonizar sus portadas, aparece a menudo en sus conciertos, bien sea como animación visual o bien como muñeco de trapo de 1,20 m de altura. Su sonido ha ido evolucionando desde la más pura oscuridad de su debut del año 2011, To Be Continued, o evolucionando hacia el sonido que les caracteriza a día de hoy a través del conceptual y ecléctico Four Seasons of Gloom del 2014, en el que nos contaban un cuento musitado con un final inesperado. Pero no hagamos spoilers. Para saberlo, tendréis que leerlo en su libreto o intentar descifrarlo escuchando sus temas por el mismo orden en el que aparecen en el disco, así que desactivar el botón de Random especialmente para este álbum. Pero el disco que les ha catapultado ha sido sin duda Unexpected Traces of a Fallen Escape del 2019. Con un sonido algo más accesible que su anterior y con temas que suenan a single de rock alternativo que podría haberse gestado en Londres o Newcastle. Este disco les ha llevado a sonar en las principales radios especializadas más importantes del país, pero también a tener su videoclip principal en rotación dentro de la conocida emisora musical de televisión Sol Música, y a llamar la atención de numerosas marcas nacionales e internacionales como Moer, Joyo, NP Drums, Aliaga o Argon Guitars. Su gira se truncó justo antes de dar el salto a Latinoamérica, estando confirmados para el gigantesco Festival Internacional Quimera de México. A pesar de todo, la banda ha aprovechado el parón de conciertos para grabar un disco en directo celebrando sus 13 años como banda. Este disco se llama 13 Years of Gloom. En él se incluyen temas en eléctrico y en acústico de la gira Unexpected Tour. Ellos son Tales of Gloom y aunque suenen británicos, vienen desde Ibiza.
Hello, Oscar. How are you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks for taking the time.
I wanted to say that I know that you have your new album, Ari, which is fantastic, and I can't wait for it to be released on May 21st because it's going to be my birthday. So for me, it's going to be the perfect birthday present, and I think I'm going to get it as fast as I can.
Nice. Cool. Happy birthday then in advance.
Thank you so much. Well, the songs on your new album, Witness, are full of intensity and dynamic changes. When you go to compose, do you have all the changes in your head or are they growing in the rehearsal room?
It's made by the computer. We don't have a rehearsal space like a permanent one. We usually rent one when we have to prepare for a live show. It's pretty much just, for example, writing a riff and then like seeing how that riff can be used in a verse. Like, can we alter it a bit so it can be a verse in the song? Mm-hmm. And and also that verse a bit, so it becomes a chorus. So it's always like one part leading into the next.
Bola is a very emotional band. Has a fan ever told you that listening to your music has experienced some sensation or feeling or something similar that you are trying to provoke while doing the music?
Yeah, I think I've talked to people and also read like YouTube comments, for example, about people being like emotionally affected by it. Yeah, that's definitely something I embrace, because that's what I like with in terms of listening to music myself. I'm a big fan of melancholic music. The fact that you can feel comfort in sadness in a way, shared feeling with the artist, so that you're not alone in having this feeling. I think I've experienced that a lot with some artists that I grew up with. So people can feel that with our music. That's just very rewarding. And of course, it's also important that we ourselves have an emotional connection to the songs we create. So
not long ago, a friend of mine asked me about the type of music you make, like all the band make. I was thinking of answering like avant-garde progressive metal, but I don't know what to answer because there are so many different meanings or type in the same style. How would you label yourselves?
I definitely connect with a lot of other artists that are called that have this progressive label, and artists like Porcupine Tree that we've talked about, and Steven Wilson and Opeth. There's some gent, and there's some progressive rock, and there's some electronica also. Yeah, somewhere in the mix of that.
Your record label is going to reuse your first albums in a special vinyl edition. Do you think this format is back to stay? And in your case, do you think that your target fans will support this initiative? Like they're going to be like, yes, we love this, we're going to keep supporting you, but we'll also love this new edition?
I imagine that having reissues like that can also, if you really are nerdy about a collection of that's something that will excite you.
I remember that you came to Spain on a couple of occasions, and I was able to see you in a tour with Catatonia and Agent Fresco in 2016, I think it was. The Fallen Hearts of Europe. Well, I have to say that your live show is devastating. I mean, it's so powerful, so emotional. How did you get the machinery to keep so busy with so many months without touring?
We're trying to play some Danish shows here in May and June.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that can happen. Yeah, that means that right now we are preparing the songs for that, and yeah, but yeah, that tour with Catatonia was very special. Was our first tour, and looking back, I think we have improved as performers, but you have to start somewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool you came out and saw that. It's one of the best things in life. Really awesome. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Every night I lie in bed, try to rest my weary head, wishing you were here by me to wait.
too many times. You keep saying maybe one day you'll do it right. I just wanna know how many more tears.
Getting close to season's end. I heard somebody say, this is what I've learned. Never trust in the ice. Never trust in the wind. Never trust in people. Make good preparations. It's only the dogs that are faithful.
Too much time, I feel like I'm empty. Every time I hear your name, since I've lost, I feel
Hey Fred, how are you doing? Where are you now? Everything is okay?
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Lo siento porque mi español es no bien. Okay, that was my Spanish for you. I'm in Germany right now, working with a creator, and yeah, we've been working all day. So that's why I'm wearing my glasses, because I spend a lot of time in front of the computer editing stuff. But yeah, everything's okay. We're good. Wearing masks most of the time, and I got tested, and so I don't have COVID. So yeah, everything's fine.
Well, I'm going to start this interview with the question that should be the one at the end. How did you come up with a cover of a song as mythical as Zombie by the Italian band Goblin?
So I love horror movies, and Saki does as well. And we went to a bar in Tokyo, Death Machine Hell, I think that's the name of the bar. Only horror movies everywhere, they play death metal. Yeah, we went there, and I guess that's when the idea came out, but I knew that she loved horror movies as well. I guess it came naturally. We had to do some extra songs for the album, and that's when I was in Japan working with her. And as far as I'm concerned, yes, I love Goblin. The first song I heard from them was a soundtrack for Contamination. It was at the end of a tape. They were showing like all the movies, and one of them was Contamination, and the music was sick, and it was written music by Goblin. I was just like, wow, that's cool. And then I realized that they made the music for Dawn of the Dead as well, Zombie. And then I figured they were really cool. So.
I don't know if you agree with me, but I personally admire Claude Simonetti a lot. An artist who has been in the music business for more than 50 years and who has not only known how to reinvent himself, but also does great world tours.
I do admire Claudio Simonetti as well, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of Goblin, and also the band before called Cherry 5. I remember ordering the CD. It was a Japanese import back when people were still buying albums. And huge respect for for the man and for what he achieved.
As you might have deduced, my favorite movie is Zombie. I feel that in addition to action, it's a fairly well throughout social criticism. Have you ever used music to send a message that makes people think?
I'm more the, Alice Cooper way of thinking that music is escapism, and therefore you shouldn't, think too much. I mean, I don't want to put myself in a position just like, I know better, I want you to think. As far as I'm concerned, it's always been the music, the music, the notes, the sounds, that's what matters to me. So lyrics always come second. So I don't know, but maybe there's a message within the music itself, and then it's up to people. I'm conveying something that I feel. When I write something angry, it's because I am angry, and maybe it makes people think or feel angry. I don't know.
What are your favorite movies, and what do they mean or have they meant to you, and how have you connected them to the music you made?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of horror movies. Dawn of the Dead is one of my favorites. My favorite would probably be Evil Dead. I watched it when I was 12. I got scared to death. I couldn't sleep for a week. Street trash. I love street trash. It's fun. So it did influence my style, my way of writing music, to the point that Sinsaenum first album, Echoes of the Tortured, has a lot of interludes which are directly, inspired from horror movies. Not directly like ripped off, but I guess the vibe, the influence, the style of all of that. And I guess heavy metal and horror movies go well together.
Well, you are a multi-instrumentalist capable of playing guitar, bass, and keyboards. Did you add to your collection of skills that of playing an instrument indigenous to Japan, or on the occasion of the recording of this album?
No, I didn't learn anything while in Japan in terms of new instruments, and I would love to, but I was not there when we had the shakuhachi. We've had like stuff recorded separately. Kun from Epica did the keyboards, Mike did the vocals in the US, Saki did her guitar, in Japan, and Archie did his vocals in UK, while I was in charge of getting everything, playing my parts, the rhythm guitars, the solos, the bass, putting everything together, calling people up, insulting them because I'm a tyrant when it comes to music. So I already had a lot on my plate, so no, I didn't have the time to learn koto or anything. Maybe next time, I would love to, but no, not this time.
Well, Saki is an artist just like you, who plays in different musical projects. Is Ama Hero a continuity project, or will you only do things when the rest of your bands allow it, and in a secondary way?
We already talked about it with Saki, and as long as it's Saki, Archie, and myself, then we can, find other people to tour. I do not expect us to be everybody in the same room. Obviously, I mean, if we can, that'd be great. But I guess what's important is just like so that we have the core. We would love to when I've already started working on new songs, and as a matter of fact, I even got ideas from Kun. So let's see how it goes. But I guess what matters is that the album is great. Everybody is very proud of what we achieved, and so we just want people to give it a chance, listen to the album, and then as for concerts and whatnot and continuity, we'll see. But I personally need this band now that I have Creator, Sinsaenum, Loud Blast. It's all music that I love, very brutal, and so I guess I need, for my own sanity and balance, I need something more melodic, and because that's also a side of my personality, and Ama Hero is just perfect for that, because it's exactly what I like.
Muy bien, amigos, amigas, y hasta aquí un nuevo programa de Tag Music TV. Recuerda que en esta nueva edición os traemos 2 grandes sorteos que estamos seguros de que vais a disfrutar muchísimo.
Para participar en el sorteo de la camiseta de Alice Cooper, tienes que suscribirte a nuestro canal y dejar un comentario ingenioso en YouTube. Tienes hasta el 1 de septiembre de 2021 para que tu comentario tenga la mayor cantidad de likes y así llevarte tu camiseta, estés donde estés.
Claro que sí, y si además quieres conseguir el increíble lote de discos de ER Music, Mascot Level Group y Snapper, mándanos un email a bidenproducciones@gmail.com diciéndonos qué sección te gustaría que incluyéramos en el próximo programa. Participa y disfruta.
¡Rock on!